Hello everyone, your Royce here and welcome to the channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode, we're going to feature another inflorescence or flower bloom coming from a Sansevieria species known as erythraeae, and it is formerly known as schweinfurthii, but now the updated ID is erythraeae. So as what you are seeing, I'm showing you pictures of the inflorescence transformation or the flower bloom transformation of the species. This is quite a unique species of Sansevieria. I have not seen any other species like it. So therefore the inflorescence is also unique to the species itself. The species originated from near the rivers of Eritrea. You can also find them in Ethiopia and Sudan. That's I think the west or southeastern of Africa. I'm not sure, but those are the locations where you can find the species Erythraeae. So again, I'm showing you the inflorescence, which has now grown in height, and on the second part of the content I will be also discussing more about the characteristics of the flower bloom. Right now I'm just showing you pictures of the transformation. I started capturing, or I captured the first the early stages June 3rd 2025, and I think it started June 1st because the flower stalk has already grown in height, and it's not like a pincer-like form when you see it on the first day of the budding stage. But right now I'm showing you pictures of the flower tubes already opening up, or some of the flower tubes have opened up. The start of the blooming was June 22nd 2025, and up to date it is still blooming. It has not spent all the flower tubes yet. The flower tubes, some of the flower tubes are still closed, so it will take I think more than a week for all the flower tubes to open up and be spent. So again, showing you final pictures before we proceed to the next clip, where I will be discussing more about the inflorescence or flower bloom of the Erythraeae species of Sansevieria. Alright folks, so we're back, and this is the second part of the content where we will be discussing more about the inflorescence or flower bloom of the Sansevieria species known as Erythraeae, and I hope I pronounced that correctly. Before we start discussing the inflorescence of the species, I would like to give a short discussion with regards to the history of this Sansevieria species that we are discussing. So currently I'm moving backwards because it's quite a large plant that I have grown, and I was able to capture the stages of inflorescence for the species. Going back to what I was saying, I'm going to give you a brief background about the species. So this Sansevieria species originated near the rivers of Eritrea. Probably that's where the name came from. They can be also found in parts of Ethiopia and Sudan, in northeastern of Africa. So Sansevieria erythraeae, folks, is formerly known as Sansevieria schweinfurthii. That is the old name, but then it was updated to Sansevieria erythraeae. So it's kind of hard to pronounce for me. Erythraeae. So that's what it's supposed to be pronounced. And I guess it was described by Giovanni Ettore Mattei. He was the one who christened the species into erythraeae. So that's a brief history with regards to the origin of this particular Sansevieria species. So what we're supposed to discuss on the second part of the content is the inflorescence or the flower bloom, but we might as well discuss the characteristics of the species itself, because I wasn't able to do that on the first part of this video, because what I did on the first part was show you pictures of the daily changes on the growth of the flower bloom for the species. So I have managed to catch it early, not as early as the first 2 days perhaps, because most probably I would have caught the pincer-like form of the Sansevieria bud. So going back to the discussion, I guess we should first describe the species. In the market, it has another trade name, or it's known by another name, which is the pencil Sansevieria, or the pencil snake plant. That is because of the form of it. If I move backwards, they look like very long pencils, and they look like pencils because of the upper portion, which is pencil-like in appearance. So you can see those are the tips of Sansevieria erythraeae. It's kind of, again, hard to pronounce for me. I'm not used to pronouncing it, but that is how it would look like. The tips would look like pencil-like in appearance. That is why it got the name of pencil Sansevieria. So aside from that, with regards to the characteristics, they all have a cylindrical form, leaves. That's why, like I mentioned, it acquired the name of pencil Sansevieria, because of the cylindrical leaves that it has, and the tip that looks like a sharpened pencil. And then this is how the leaf surface would look like. There is no pattern, but solid green color. If you feel it, it's very smooth to the touch. All the leaves are smooth to the touch. They might be somewhat in time or in season be dehydrated because of the weather, so they might actually have ridges on them, which means that they might have not taken sufficient watering during those the season of drought, so they may develop ridges on the sides of the leaves. So aside from that, we managed to describe the texture of the leaf. So it's very important, so we can compare it with other species, but that is not only the only basis of knowing the species of Sansevieria. However, it would help others in identifying other Sansevieria species through the texture of the leaves. So all in all, they have to be accumulation of all the factors, all the characteristics, for us to better understand what species of Sansevierias that we are dealing with. So again, going back, next is not sure if I have my tool here to measure the thickness of the Sansevieria erythraeae's leaf thickness. I have this trusty caliper, which is digital. So turn it on, set it 0, and then perhaps check how thick one of the leaves are or is. So one of the leaves would be as thick as 11.8 millimeters. We'll check the other ones. Some would be at 10.8 millimeters, so I would say 10 to 11 millimeters. The other ones could reach up to 13.6. Let's see if we can have a bigger or a thicker measure, but I guess the thickest that I have measured is 13.6. So the leaf thickness measured in diameters, or the diameter of the leaf, would range from 10 millimeters to 13, or let's say 10 millimeters to 14 millimeters. That's the measure of the thickness of the leaves for Sansevieria erythraeae. So with regards to the height of the leaf, we can do some measurements here. First one that I measured is 18, but there are some which are more than 24 inches, maybe reaching 25 even. This other long one would be at 25 to 26 inches. So I would say that the leaf length would be around 17 to 26 inches in length. So those are the data that we have managed to record with regards to the specimen that I have for this species known as Sansevieria erythraeae. So I guess we're done with the characteristics, or noting down the important characteristics of the species. Leaf tips, like I mentioned, would be sharp. At times it will have a reddish tip. The juveniles, though, doesn't have that. The more matured ones have a reddish tip. It's like an unsharpened pencil. Here's another one, reddish tip for some of the tips, but not all of them. Maybe some of them have dulled out, but as much as with regards to the characteristics of the species, that's all that I can observe, and that is as well as stating the obvious. So it's not an opinion. I would like to correct everyone else that opinion is different from stating what is obvious, which is facts, or which are facts, rather than stating your mind without any basis. So I would say that what I'm doing right now is stating the obvious, or stating my observations with regards to what the actual characteristics of the plants will be, and I'm not giving out an opinion. I will tell you though if I am giving out an opinion, because people nowadays would confuse opinion from telling facts. So moving forward, next that we will be discussing is the inflorescence, and as you can see, the height of the inflorescence is as tall as the leaf growth. So I would say that the leaf or the flower stalk is as tall as 24 inches or 2 feet, maybe 25, but let's just have it at 23 to 25 inches for the height of the inflorescence. Now for the flowers per cluster, I haven't counted it, so this is the first time that I will, and perhaps I will check the easiest ones to count. And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is my first count, and I'm checking out the others because, like I mentioned, I'm trying to search for the ones that will be very easy to count. This one right here is also 6. That's 6. I'm seeing 6 on an average. So 6 and the topmost portion, this is how the topmost portion would look like. And I would say that the upper part, there will be that would be 6 to 3, with 6 the maximum flowers in a cluster and 3 minimum flowers in a cluster on the topmost portion. That's what I am counted, unless that there is one flower tube on there that which is very hard for me to count, because they're really closely clumped together. So with regards to the flower tube, again, set our tool to 0, and I'll measure the easiest ones to measure for this species. And the flower tubes of Sansevieria erythraeae is 18.2. That's the longest one that I can count. So it's really a variable. There are also very, very short flower tube on the topmost portion, which is just about 5.5 millimeters in length, and I'm not sure if it is about to bloom, it would grow longer flower tube. So, but the ones that are about to bloom is just about 16.6 millimeters. So let's say 15 to 17 millimeters for the flower tube, for the length of the flower tube for Sansevieria erythraeae species. So aside from that, the petals of Sansevieria erythraeae is whitish in color, might be greenish, and the pistils and stamens are really short. I'll focus on the flowers. That's how they look like. So this is the pistils and the stamen, and you would see that they're very, very short. So if I can measure the pistils, it would just be around 11.9 millimeters. Aside from that, I have nothing more to add, but show as well as show you the how the peduncle or the stalk itself. This is the stalk or the peduncle, and it is color light green in color. The pattern is too small for the naked eye to resemble or describe. So I would say that it is light green in color. Let's leave it to that. So aside from what I have discussed, I think we have covered everything that we have with regards to the species of Sansevieria erythraeae, and this is the first time that this Sansevieria species have bloomed for me. So it's like the way of my plants of telling me that they're next to be featured on the channel. So folks, aside from which, if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will also include some reference on the description. If you like what you watched, or if it helped you out, please do like and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. So thank you for watching, and you have a great day.